What's going on, everybody? We're here. We're alive. I promise. Sorry, we've been gone, guys. A lot has happened. A lot was going on. We had to take care of those priorities, and then the show for sure. But we have not forgotten about you guys. We have not. I promise. Y'all guys are always on our mind. The next kind of show or the news, etc. When it pops up, I think about you guys. So again, sorry for
we've been gone for a little while. We've been missing some news and stuff.
Was it 2?
I think it was 2. 2 weeks.
2 weeks feels a long time for
it really does.
Like consistency. Like when we go like back to back to back, I guess we don't realize it until like we miss a week or 2 weeks, and then it's just like, God, we got to get back. Like we've missed so much. Like we can't.
Missing 1 week is like, damn. Missing 2 weeks, you're like, you might as well sign your death certificate. You're
old
done.
News, like everything you're going to talk about, we've heard about.
Right?
Like, you know what I mean?
Dude.
So that's the worst part of it all. So
no, for real.
But again, guys, promise we did not forget about you guys. We again, anytime news pops up on our end, we think about you guys. So.
Hey, what's this?
All right, Wolvis.
You didn't like Ironheart, huh? I actually just killed it last night and this morning.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Again, that's how I felt. But dude, all right, man. An Oasis gig. That's what's up. Definitely catch up later, man. Apologies for not reaching out. On the Facebook side. Again, that was
been a bit busy.
Literally since that day, just rolling. Like apologies. But again, thank you for always tuning in, sharing it, liking it. If you do, I appreciate all the love. Always.
No, definitely. Well, we'll definitely have to get back to you about doing the.
Yep.
Stream
we knew you had some gigs in July, right?
Yeah, he said he's going to be a little bit busy then. But.
So we'll make it happen. I promise, we'll make it happen. But yeah, guys, we're gonna jump right into it because we have been gone, like I said. But a lot of news, a lot of rumors, castings. What else? We're gonna talk hopefully some Mashley and Lord of Mysteries. Again, I didn't watch it, but I don't care. I want you to brag about it.
I haven't watched the latest
in your
episode.
way.
I haven't watched the latest episode.
There's a third one right today, right? Today.
Yeah.
So yes, we're gonna talk about all those, and I think our friend from Italy was the one that
yes, German Sparrow, if I believe it was, right?
Yeah, it was the one that recommended it
onto it. And the moment I started seeing the trailers and stuff, I was done.
Hooked.
I was hooked. The animation is crazy, and yeah, I've been on it. I like slowly kind of. I don't want to deep dive yet, but I've been slowly like putting out like little like, what's this do? I'm like, I don't want to ruin the whole story yet because right now I'm right like with you right now. I'm along
this
for
is
the
the first time you don't want to.
I've never I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to, but the animation is so good right now because what is it? It isn't like a manga or a manga like actual like you could see what's going on. This is a dongwa, if I remember correctly how to pronounce it. It's just a web novel. It's actually just words, and so you have to like kind of picture it.
Oh snap! So whoever made this is his vision of how he read dongwa.
Yeah, or I think it might be with the guy actually involved with it.
Really?
Yeah. And he goes by a little alias. It's the cuttlefish who likes to dive.
That's his alias.
That's his little alias. Right? And I was like, okay, cool.
Dude, it
is crazy,
wicked. Okay, so web novel is not a manga with photos and panels.
It's an actual novel. But from what I was hearing somebody talk about it,
that's a game changer,
dude. It changes a lot. From what I was hearing somebody talk about it though, that every chapter is about like 5 to 7 pages. It's like relatively short.
Chapter as in the episodes?
No, every chapter like in the actual novel
okay.
is like 5 to 7 pages. Yeah,
okay,
5 to 7 pages. So they're doing like 20 chapters or something for so much because in the novel you could explain a whole lot more. So, but yeah, they're doing something.
They say the story again. It was the comparison of the frame rate or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that, and then the story as well. The author of the dongwa was saying like Yo, it's better than Solo Leveling. FYI.
Honestly, dude, the
concept.
I do not know the power scaling or anything in there, but the power concept is very interesting. I'm already like, dude, like I'm in because it's just like I need to know.
This
like,
is different.
It's different. Like with Solo, you have like powers,
fighting
like whatever.
powers.
Yeah. But this one is just like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it without ruining it all. But in order to get you, they're what's called Beyonders, and so there's 22 different paths, and you have to take a potion of the path that you want to take, right? But the best way is somebody I was talking to. You have to be compatible with that path. If you are not compatible, you either die or you become like a I forget what it's called. Can't remember it off the top of my head. But it's like you basically become like a wild version of a Beyonder. Yeah. So
that path, like a wild version.
Of that path that you've chosen. But dude, it looks crazy good. Like the anime, like the first episode, I was like, what the crap is going on? Like, I don't understand it, but it looks amazing. It looked amazing. I'm like, I don't know anything. Second episode, I was like, oh, okay, little knots here and there tying. Like, I'm not a dude with the.
So it's gonna be one of those.
Yeah, shows. Very much so. But dude, the overall animation style for it is beautiful, and the story is
background
intriguing.
And everything.
Oh, the background. Honestly,
because I seen one where it was like a rainbow something, like flying into a carriage or like.
Oh yeah.
Like I saw like a real quick glimpse of that, so I was like, "Ooh, that does look pretty intense."
Dude, I was watching it, and my wife was just in the room, and she's like, "That looks really good." And me and her were talking about it, and I was talking to my daughter about it because I was like, "Girl, you need to see how the animation of it." And me and her we were talking about how it's like 30K frames per episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we were like breaking it down. That's like 3 frames per second. And so we were just like, oh yeah, this and that, and we're like, it's amazing. But my wife is over there. She's like, I feel like the background is given a bit more detail than the characters, but the characters are still detailed because the backgrounds, you can almost see the cracks in the actual like the walls and all that stuff. Like there was one scene with a circular stained glass window. And dude, that thing, I was like, that is
I'm staring at a goddamn cathedral window. Right?
Yeah, like, when did I get here? Dude, it was so good, guys. Like,
that's crazy.
Lord of the Mysteries on Crunchyroll, already not dubbed, but it is subbed in 7 different languages. Yeah, dude, it's amazing. It has a weekly release, and they actually just, if I remember,
it's today. Yeah.
They actually have the whole release schedule. There's 13 episodes.
Ooh.
13 episodes with 2 special episodes supposed to be coming out, but they haven't been announced yet. So technically 15.
I kind of don't. As long as they don't do it like how Mashley ended up doing it. Like there was like a 3.5, and
I don't like this.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, what happened here? Like, it was like, it felt like a repeat, but I didn't end up watching it. I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but no, I'm not going to do this. Like,
I kind of don't like those either. I'm with you on that. But yeah, they come out every week, same time.
What is it, our time?
Let me make sure. I don't entirely know that for sure, because I was trying to figure out the time schedule for it too. It says 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. June 27th, 3 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. So it's technically Saturday morning-ish for us at 7:30, I think. Okay.
You know what I just realized? I didn't do our introduction. Too late. We're deep in there now. We can't just stay it.
Yeah, but it's weekly releases all the way up until September 13th.
Dang.
Yeah. Because the next
13 episodes, yeah. 2.
And then 2 episodes that haven't been announced yet. They're special episodes. And I'll watch those special episodes, even if they are recaps.
Even though they are 0.5.
Dude, even if it is a 0.5, that animation is worth it.
That's crazy, dude. I'm excited to watch it. I was upset I didn't get to. I wanted to crush it, but work didn't give me that opportunity. I was hoping so. I was really hoping so.
When you get to it. You'll see.
For sure. Yeah, guys. Welcome to another week here at the Hideout. As you can tell, we always start, just going into our rambles. But yeah, guys, we got a lot to talk about. That was one of them for sure. But we for sure got, of course, the breaking news all the time. We got all the rumors, castings,
Countdowns.
movies, countdowns, you name it, ready to go. The one that is the most anticipated, what we should be starting with up until it drops. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to see, snippets on the internet. 100%.
Everybody dropping all the info.
It's going to suck. It's going to suck for us. Well, for me, because again,
I know.
But 13 days to go for the July 16th or 18th. Release in Japan. And then it is the September 12th one for USA. So
what? Another 69 days? Yeah. 69 days, over 2 months until we get it.
That's sad. Like, why did we lose the bet? Did we not pay enough to get it?
A draw, and they're like, and America comes last.
That would be a funny one. I was gonna say we didn't pay for the expedited shipping this time. We're
not premium subscribed.
Exactly. We lost those privileges. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, guys. Unfortunately, September 12th for us here. But again. Our algorithms.
Yeah, we're gonna get burned seeing people post things.
I really love fan made stuff. Like,
some of them are great.
Some are freaking good, man. Like the most I'm seeing right now is the Netsu fight right now, they're showing the Thunder God. Is that what it is? So
fans don't know if you're anime only.
If you don't know, sorry. But yes, so I was like, see, he invented that one, and some of these fan made stuff are really good stuff. Like, and it makes you wonder what kind of not motion capture, what kind of software they use to make that. You know what I mean? So and how fast? I was about to say the same thing. Coming to again, what we do, the small amount that we even do for our show and stuff is time consuming. So I can only imagine the motion, the animation, the drawing, to put out a fan made art. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you gotta think about it too. Like, the manga's been done for a while. I'm not entirely sure when it finished, but it's been done for a little while because they've had a box set and everything for a minute. So the people that read it, if you wanted to animate it, they've probably been working on it for a minute and then finally let it go. So yeah, dude, it's
like you're saying in big productions, right?
Like fan made ones. Like if they read the manga and they wanted to animate it for themselves, they've probably been working on it for a minute.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you have those people who have like hours to kill, and they're just over there with a cannon monster. And then freaking just
let's do that. Oh, I'm in it. Hey, it gets like that though. Yeah. You when you're editing what we edit and stuff like that, you're just like so enveloped, and you're like, oh, that was so clutch. That music fell right on point with whatever.
Exactly where it needed to do.
Exactly, yeah. So I can only imagine, but yeah, it looks good. The trailer was hype.
Oh yeah,
the trailer was hype, bro.
Everybody go watch the trailer. It's like like a minute?
Mm-hmm. Minute, like 40, I think, or something like that.
I was going to say that, but I was like, eh.
So, but no, it was freaking wicked, dude.
And you're shown the 3 fights. Most likely. The 3 fights.
3 fights, and it becomes, with a runtime of a possibility 2 hours and 35 minutes.
I always put reported or rumored now.
I was like, I like the question mark. Was that the reason?
that was on purpose. Because I was going to drop the last fight, but they didn't even show it in the trailer who he was going to fight. So I was just like, so those who don't know, like anime only people don't know, I'm just going to put the question mark. You don't know who the hell that is. But the manga people, y'all know who it is.
So there is a third character. It wasn't a question mark for the runtime reported.
No. That was a question mark for the character.
snap!
So, and I love how like Doma
he's
just so
leaning on
happened
it.
to lean
Yeah. Like it was a Mario question box. You know, like so.
But yeah, so we have the Doma fight and the Akaza fight already secured, and Doma is
Akaza is 2 against 1, right?
Yes, and Doma right now is 1 against 1. And
Ryu or not Ryu? What's his name? Giyu.
Oh, Akaza, yeah, is Giyu and Tanjiro, and then Doma is Shinobu. And the last fight, we do know it has Zenitsu, but we don't know technically who he fights. Although they did welcome him, they did say nice to see you again. So
it was I was very upset with that story, man. Like scrub. Didn't let one people down. He let 2 kinds of people down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
it creates a whole thing. Dude.
Yeah. Dude, you so right. He is the creation of the strongest Hashira,
Yeah.
in a sense. You know what I mean?
But
man, but yeah. So intensity. I like that they're going up against not like lower ranked demons, but
they're all well. There are some lower ranked demons around that you just kind of have to like scatter about, but all the upper ranks are there now. So yeah, it's gonna look good.
I like that Guillaume busting through that wall. Like that looks so intense. Bro, I love the memes that are like, can someone tell him he's blind? Like he's supposed to be blind.
He's supposed to be blind. Like what the hell?
He's supposed to be blind.
Just wait till later because there's another scene later on where you're just like, wait, how did you get that?
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I'm stoked, dude. Again, it's gonna be ruined for me. Manga readers are prepared. Yes. Unfortunately, with our 2 months, 69-day gap period between release dates, it is bad for those who tried that.
It's like
to avoid
50-ish days in between because you can take the 14. Yeah.
My fault. But yeah, so no bueno for us fans that are like that. But again. Exciting. If it is 2 hours and 35 minutes,
that'll be very good,
dude. That's intense for three parts.
I believe
3 parts because it's a 3-part ending.
Yeah.
Unless the last one, but would be like an hour and 45.
They can do that. Yeah.
The crescendo, or is that what the word is?
Yeah, the last crescendo.
Yeah.
But the penultimate one, the next one,
gonna be the middle.
Yeah, the middle one. Oh. I can't wait for those fights. Dude. Those fights are going to be legit. And the way they set this one up.
Ufotable in the theaters, though, bro.
Yeah, dude. But no, dude. The way they set this movie up, I'm like, okay, I know how. I kind of already could see where y'all are ending this. The cliffhangers are going to be there, and you're basically going to be, you giving me your money next time. Because you want to see this. And dude,
in game style or Infinity War style?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
It's going to be Infinity War style, left hanging. The bad guys are winning at that point.
It's going to be up there. It's going to be up there. Especially with where they can end.
Dude.
Where they could win and like at least one of those 3 fights, they could definitely end it with a big ass cliffhanger. The other 2, pretty much, they're done. But then you have introduction. Or they could have like started at the end, like the beginning or introduction to the next fights.
Post credit,
dude. They could do that. That'd be awesome.
Post credit, like knife or sword swinging,
sword clashing against each other, and all you see is the eyes.
Demon Slayer, coming back from a hit, maybe, or the eyes,
the eyes, and then him sliding back from a hit or something. Dude, that'd be awesome.
Dude,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So intensity. When I saw that they had the trailer again, you're like, you see the news that there's gonna drop, and then you just don't know the time zone. You don't know if who's releasing it, if it's on Instagram, Twitter. I just click. I just like, oh, there it is. Click. There it is. It's on my algorithm.
And that's gonna screw us over so bad.
Yeah, that's what again comes into play for us in the long, or me again for. The ones that choose not to read the manga.
Yeah.
The ones that choose not to read the manga.
Anime only fans.
Yeah, exactly, scrubs. You know, the what is it that the poser board what Mike Keenan said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm moving my keyboard because we have 2 episodes where we went offline because I hit the space bar. Definitely trying to avoid that. But all right, guys, we're gonna continue down the news board here. Super excited for next week. Next week we're rolling into our 2-year late anniversary. So we are technically 1 week already into our 2 years, but you know, with everything that happened, so we still want to bring you a badass show. So we're gonna do again. Still, we're wanting to make some stuff to do a giveaway. We'll make it a special episode. We'll have maybe a compilation of like past episodes. This is just shooting high. I'm hoping you know that is comes into fruition. But yeah, we're gonna do that with a full circle of Superman review. So
yeah, me and him were texting each other about that. It just so happens to be on our 2 years. We are reviewing another DC movie, and it is the beginning of a new DCU.
He made that point, and I was like, "Yo, that was so clutch." Because I knew about the DC or the DC movies, you know, 1 and 1. And then he was like, one was the end of one universe and the start of another. And I was like, ooh, touche. So
and
we're excited.
Fits perfectly with the whole Flash universe thing going on, too. Yeah. So the Flash movie was our first ever review. And now we're going circling all the way back 2 years later to the first Superman movie for the new DC.
It might be just as long as the first one we ever did. Like that'll be a special episode, a 2-year anniversary one. Our first episode was like 2.5 hours, like 2 hours.
It was damn near 3 hours.
Yeah, I was like, we reviewed the whole movie frame for frame, basically.
We were right there, basically drawing pictures.
Lost footage, by the way. Yeah. Again, lost footage that cannot be put online for some reason. But yeah, Superman is coming. We're super stoked. I'm gonna go swing by the theaters because again, I went to North Texas. West Texas. So went to West Texas and their theater already had again preemptive you know tins out. Remember what was it?
Yeah.
Can't be the last movie. Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
it was the Thunderbolt stuff. And I was like, what? Like you already have this out beforehand? Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know that was possible because here in the DFW they seem to wait till the release of that movie. So I'm gonna go check it out. But I'm excited, guys. Superman's coming. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the Superman laser beaming the popcorn bucket. Yeah, I think cool, I think I really like that one. That one or another one of the like one that one that has the lid. There's there's a Superman one with the emblem, you know. So cool. I was thinking about that, but. Speaking with Superman, we have 7 characters from the movie that, again, who knows what characters they may be, but they're going to be coming up in, you know, future DC movies and series. It should not be a surprise. I was like, from what we've always talked about James Gunn and what he was, you know, planning with the universe. Yeah. So, but, you know, we already got 2 confirmed, honestly. We have Hawkgirl and Green Lantern in the Peacemaker show.
Oh yeah, sure. But I'm like, Guy Gardner's also going to have to make an appearance in the Lantern series, and then
so that's 2 series 2 outside of the movie already. Yeah.
And then what else was it? Superman might make appearance in Supergirl, maybe, and then Lex is probably going to be the big bad for a while, so he might make.
He said that he wants to mix hands with who was it that he wants to in the show? Oh, Joker. So he was like, he loves their dynamic in the animated series. Yeah, and he's like, I would like to have scenes with the Joker. I was like, ooh, if they bring the Joker into this series.
But you can't handle the Joker without a good Batman. You need a good balance between them.
I'm still, as Wolvis, made a point. I'm stuck. You're giving me a Batman. They told me they were supposed to be around the same age. But then you got a Batman that has Damian Wayne, and we already talked about his age at that time was like 40 years old.
Yeah,
So I am torn. Like, is Brave and Bold in the DCU or is it extended universe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because the other extended universe, the what is it? Is it extended universe? No, it's not extended.
The Elseworlds.
Elseworlds. There we go. Elseworlds is the Batman 2.
Yeah.
So that's
speaking of that, I heard that the script is done.
By Matt Reeves, who we said that
he left, but it's not even reportedly done. It was actually what's his name? James Gunn said that he has a script. He just hasn't read it yet.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, now the script is ready.
He's even saying he's gonna have 2 Batman scripts to go through for the first time in this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Again, where does it lie? I mean, again, I love it. I love it because, this just shows the ingenuity, the engineering, to make this universe. You know what I mean? Like, you got Clayface. Again, he is the ultimate say. Him and Peter Safran, are the ones that read these things and are like, this is good to go.
Yeah.
But I think he did say something about it's like they're separated in their own dynamic. Like, they're interconnected, but they stand alone. I think he made a mention of that. Like, there's not so much in it involved to where you have to be. Again, you can drop into it without having to watch it all. He wants to make that kind of a universe. Like, you can drop into Clayface and you didn't have to go watch Batman Brave and Bold. You know what I mean? Because you already watched. You can just watch Clayface.
So you don't have to watch WandaVision to get Agatha to get, or you don't have to watch WandaVision to get Multiverse of Madness to get Agatha.
To get Vision Quest.
Yeah. That's so it's just like, you gotta watch all these to understand that.
Exactly. So I'm excited, man. Again, I'm excited for this universe. I hope to see, enough of it to, again, we're going to cover it here, guys. That's the big thing in the big picture. We'll let you guys know via real time what we think. You know what I mean? So Superman will be first.
So it's next week already, man.
Dude. Have you got your tickets? I
have not. I need
to check the theaters because they.
I'm pretty sure this might be sold out.
Guys. Bad fan. No, don't judge.
I've been like, it's funny because it's kind of been simmering on the back of my brain. I was just like, should I get the tickets? Nah, I can wait.
But who cares? It's always the. For me, I have to do it on that Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I work the Friday.
Yeah.
And so that or, nope, not even. I would have, maybe.
You'd have to do the first episode.
The 10 o'clock show on a Thursday if they do it,
you could.
Because there are some that do.
Well, Thursday
because it's the summer. It's the summer. So I would assume that they might want kids to go watch it like as a matinee.
But the thing is, they because it's supposed to release Friday, so the midnight release is
7:30
now 7:30 ish. So it ain't even midnight. So
okay, I want to say I miss those days, but as a parent, I wouldn't be able to attend those days. Like, does that make sense?
I mean, you could just be like, "Hold up, I need to go."
Truth. Bye.
I'll be back.
We'll be here at 3 a.m. Right? That's so rough. That's so freaking rough. But it's already next week, guys. So July 11th, let's do this. Superman will be the release. I am excited. It's got a lot of characters, a lot of storytelling. James Gunn's second iteration into the DCU, but the first feature film.
True.
So we had Creatures Commandos. We will be seeing Rick Flag Sr. in Superman. So that is now one of the first characters to cross animated series to live action. Yeah, guys, a lot's going to happen. It's going to be freaking wicked.
You do see him in Peacemaker too, also.
Yes, that too. So. Yep. So, it's going to be legit, guys. Stay tuned. Again, we'll be covering all of the DCU. And I'm excited for that. We came late in the game as far as movie reviews in the MCU. We're in this crazy multiverse, madness. No pun intended. but we're gonna finally get to start, a new universe with you guys. You know what I mean? So you will be covering
we'll
DCU,
be watching the birth of a new
universe.
DCU.
I'm excited. I'm super stoked. With that, let's see here. I am going to bring up Clayface. We have the official actor that will be playing Clayface. We always butcher names. I think I'm gonna go to like interviews now, like on and see how they pronounce them. I think that's what I need to start doing.
I don't like about that though is because some actors are like years later, oh yeah, you guys pronouncing my name wrong.
Dafoe, did you know that the William Dafoe one? It was like everyone called you Dafoe, and it was he went to like a video where he announced his name, and he's like, "My name is William Dafoe," and they were like, "What?" So guys, Tom Reese, I'm gonna go with that's how I'm gonna pronounce Rice or Reese, one of the two. Harry's will be the Clayface actor. Again, it kind of threw me off because there were supposedly the voice actor was supposed to be the actual person. Yes. So the voice actor was Tom S, something with an S. But I'm not gonna butcher the name and or lie. So but yes, the cool thing about this is it's coming early in the universe and it's a rated R film.
Rated R horror film.
Rated R horror film. Marvel barely scratched the universe of the horror film with the werewolf, right?
Yeah,
Werewolf by midnight.
Yeah.
So, and I really like that iteration of that black and white. They did release the color version, but I think that
the black and white was very good for that type of story because it gave it that like old school feel.
So did they? No, they didn't. They would have. If they would have, they'd have been say Dracula, like because he is in the MCU, right?
Yeah.
So,
but you got Blade, you have vampires, you have to have Dracula.
Okay. So, but rated R early. It will then technically it's supposed to come out 2026 fall or no? Is it this year?
No, I think it's next year.
Next year, okay, but it is in the fall. It was supposed to, fall in the fall time.
Yeah.
So 2026, if we're not mistaken. Again, we've covered so much, I just slipped my mind. But rated R for one of the early right out the gate. So that already again a change of pace from the MCU. That didn't get an MA and or R rated. Holy crap, we haven't gotten an R rated film, right? We only gotten TV MA.
Whoa, Deadpool.
Yes. Whew, where was mine? Yes, Deadpool saved us with that one. Yeah, so rated R, but that was after the MA of Echo.
Yes.
Right? And then what was after that? Deadpool.
Deadpool was a rated R.
Not Deadpool, Daredevil.
Daredevil was a rated MA, yeah.
So it was Echo, Deadpool, Daredevil.
Yeah.
Cool. But what? 2009, 14 years later, 15 years later, you know what I mean?
It's been a long time coming.
Because people, that's one of their big complaints. I mean, I see it now, you know what I mean? Like, again, reading those comments I'm such a surface person. Again, this, but after watching like the cat fight in the, in the elevator, you're gonna tell me like, blood from a nosebleed, freaking beat up, nothing, is just all clean suits and, bruises, like bullets flying, nobody's getting blasted, no blood, hitting from a bad guy, so it's when those comments, it ruined it for me. It was just like, damn, they show right. Like if they just show
all the time though. I'm over there. So you're telling me he didn't bleed once?
Yeah. He ain't got a busted lip. He ain't got a bloody nose.
Yeah, like that hurts. You gotta cry.
Like you just got a dirty ass helmet now. That's it. Like after all that, you got a dirty suit. Like that fight with the Winter Soldier, slamming through cars and nothing.
No glass kind of cutting you a little bit, not even a little bit of scratches.
All that concrete rolling. Jeez, dude, it's very upsetting. It wasn't until I started reading comments ready for or when those movies were coming out, they're like, about time, we're gonna see real effects, and it's just like, You're right.
You're like, damn, I haven't watched this real effect.
I think that's why I like Daredevil that much more. You know what I mean? Like when on the Netflix series, it was just gritty. It was just gritty. So that's funny, dude.
But yeah, man, this Clayface one, rated R horror movie, and James Gunn is excited himself for it because it's more body horror. He said
body horror.
Yeah, so like Clayface is able to change, and his look and everything assimilate identity as somebody else, basically. So with that in mind, you could imagine him being like somebody, and then he's like, "Oh, I need to change into somebody else," and that old, like that version of him just kind of like melts away, and like or he'll like tear it off or whatever, and it just like it looks like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that type of stuff probably would be like Clayface, but because I can only see him pulling it off, I don't know if people would want to see something like Saw on a DC type of thing. Like, yeah,
so. I see what you're saying.
So
man, that's gonna be intense. I didn't think about the transformations or anything of that.
It would be crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, so they're gonna have to use a lot of like
prosthetics,
prosthetic, and then again, like the actors are gonna get to show their part because, of course, he is the Clayface.
Yeah,
but once he's like changing, probably, but the actors. There's gonna be a lot of actors playing Clayface. Technically, you know what I mean. Technically,
it'll be so cool because you have to act like your character, but then once you're found out, you have to act like Clayface. So that like switch, just being like, "Oh, I'm this person. You found me out. Damn it, go!" And I'm like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like, so all the actors and actresses that are gonna play Clayface have to know how to play Clayface, and then their character that they are. Wow, dude, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
And what would be the most fun is if you don't tell the actor or actress that who's playing Clayface that they're Clayface at the moment until after you shot. Now they're like, they really believe they were playing their character, and now they're like, oh crap! Now I have to.
Good. Yeah. That's a good way. Like now,
the authenticity of like you're this character. Don't pretend you're.
So you know how Tom has been playing. Now you got to play him. Like, you know what I mean? Yes. You know what I mean? So that'd be intense.
What up, June?
Dude,
I don't want it to be like Saw, and I don't think
you don't think so. Like,
because Saw would be
too much.
But I think Clayface being transformations and
maybe not blood when he's peeling, like just like again, like you said, a prosthetic, like
it'll probably be like the clay, like it'll look like clay
coming out, Uzi, dude.
Yeah, dude. And like imagine like let's say if he's in a fight or something, he could legit just make his arm into goop and it comes off. Bro, I'm like, this will be Clayface has the potential to do some stuff.
And then again, we've covered so much. We named out the director for it, and apparently he had a few horror movies under his belt.
Yeah.
So again, apologies. We go off the top of our brain on these conversations. I wish we need a laptop guy. We need a laptop guy, computer guy.
Get it together.
the what is it? The prompters as they're typing the prompts for us in the background.
Today news.
But yeah, guys, it's gonna be good. I think again, early in the universe, establishing rated R. That gruesomeness. We're not gonna be surprised with something later.
Yeah.
But you already got Peacemaker, who's a potty mouth episode, show, that was just literally, ragging on the real world. That was cool, breaking the wall. You actually if he was real life.
Yeah.
Was that scene where he's like roasting Batman, what I mean? Yeah. Like, so with his neighbor. And so yeah. So I like it. I think again, he's setting a different tone. He's setting definitely a different tone for his universe.
Definitely.
And then mixed, and then and then he shuts down rumors. That's all. It's all you need, man. That's all you need. So
one of the big things for me. Well, thank you. We haven't changed too much.
It is changing on the 2-year podcast. Definitely tune in on the 2-year podcast next week. And it's gonna have a different setup. We're gonna finally move it. We're gonna move into season 5 of the show. So we've been going 2 years. 2 years. That's freaking wild, man. And you've been along for the ride, bro. You've been along for the ride
for a while, man.
So yeah, you've been seeing it grow. We've been seeing it, it change. But yeah, it's gonna come up on the 2 year. We're gonna change it up. Yeah. Well, we got a few different things that we might want to put up and see how they look, and a few more popcorn tins to display. Hopefully, we'll have the Superman one and the Fantastic Four one. Yeah. Again, if we don't shut off for this Galactus one, $80 popcorn bucket, guys. Again, we'll definitely get. I'm thinking about the Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, stretch arm one. Again, I'm really liking those figurines. They're pretty cool. To additives to a bucket. You know what I mean. The only one, and I was mad about it after the fact, was the Wolverine and Deadpool one. I remember I sent that to you or whatever. They were like side by side, yeah. And I was like, I want to make it removable so that way I can only use the tin. But
speaking of which, I remember that pop. Oh, we're again off topic all the time.
Thanks, June.
Kick him out. No, but remember that popcorn bucket I showed you for the Jurassic Park one?
The incubator one? Yeah.
It actually is really cool because it has the drink on the side and everything, and you could unhook the drink and unlatch it. You could take that dinosaur out and actually just have it with popcorn.
No way. So you don't have to have the dinosaur in it when you have the popcorn?
No, not if you don't want it.
Nice.
So I'm like, actually,
that's what I mean. Like,
and it has little lights on the bottom to make the dinosaur look like he's lit up and everything. It looks really good, but that's what you want, like efficiency, but also the design.
Yeah. But the bad part for like those, because they're plastic, I don't know how to wash them, because this one has lights, so water will seep through those cracks. You know what I mean? So I want to say baby wipes or like alcohol wipes would be the most efficient way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dump out all the trash, and then they would have to But so these don't get used, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Oh. June, you got us way off. You see ADHD in the work here, guys. But there was I want to get it, dude. I'm itching. It's at Hobby Lobby. It's a Batman cowl, and it's a wall-mounted lit one. So you can click it and it turns on. And the eyes light. Dude, it's the cowl itself, bro. You can put it on a stand or you can have it on the wall.
Dude, that'd be cool.
Dude, that one and the bat signal with the working bat light. Like you can actually put that's cool. So there's 2 of those things that I want, and there's a badass Batman picture I want. Like, hey, I'm trying to spread out of the MCU, guys. So be proud of it. I'm even talking about Batman right now. You know what I mean? Because what?
He said I knew it was going to happen.
You've been here, bro. You've been here.
He's like, that's the plan all along.
I don't want him to finish. Let me distract. What was it, like the substitutes? Got to get the substitute off topics. So, okay, guys, so we won't have time for the quiz today.
Yeah. After all we did today. Yes.
Dang it. But speaking of one more poster, my true goal poster, and it's just because I don't want to shout out for it as well, is the universe, the Marvel Universe characters. The one that's
that has everything.
It comes from this design. The one where it has everybody, the villains, the good guys, everything, and it's bigger than that.
Oh, definitely.
And I want it, dude. It stares at me every time I go to Hobby Lobby, bro. Like, I'm just like, one day. But again, we're already tight as it is, so that thing would be the whole top section. You know what I mean? Like, we have to consider wall space. One day we'll have a full studio with a camera in the corner that we can display all four corners,
the corners and everything. Get around.
But yeah, it's fun, June. It's been fun, like collecting for the background, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Yeah, we get to put these things up.
We're gonna have to do a Superman centric one for the next one.
Yeah.
Bring whatever Superman things
we
have.
What happened to the lava?
It hasn't heated up all the way, man.
Oh, okay, that's true. But yeah, man, it's been pretty cool. I want to make sure I show diversity, man. Like, again, Brianna was the one that said, you were the one that said, no DC. He's got those. I got this, so we're making it. The Naruto was heavy for a while. And so then I need to start getting. I think it'll give me some Mashlight, bro. That intro to Mashlight season 2, dude. I jammed that with Jiraiya this morning.
Dude, there's some anime openings.
I want to bring that up. So I'm gonna ask you. I want to bring some questions up, some interview questions. That was one of them. I was like, "What are the top 3 intros from an anime that you like?"
Now I need to go back to all the anime.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, "I'm gonna put anime at intros on YouTube and just let it play." You know what I mean? So, but yeah. June, I'm pretty sure you're still on. What are yours? Just out of curiosity. Again, that Mashlight one is just hype, bro. I'm about to pull it up right now.
You're like, I need to hear it.
But yeah, it is. Mashlight was fun, bro. Mashlight was a fun show.
I don't know if they could hear it though.
Oh, I know that it was for you. Dude, hype.
If it's yeah, definitely fits the aesthetic of it
too. But yeah, dude, I jammed that with Jiraiya. He was just laughing, dude. I was like clapping and everything. It was just a vibe. The My Heroes. Dang, I need to even go watch them again to even think of the intro.
The thing is, I know you probably skipped the intro quite a bit.
That one wasn't one I did. I enjoyed the intro so much.
If it's a good intro, I'm listening.
I need to go look them up, June. I'm sad. I don't know. Matter of fact, why stop at mine? That shows favoritism, right? Let me just go.
I mean, I guess, but we're also live, so
truth. As we're looking at the next one. We got the director of the Thunderbolts New Avengers. Still confused. Yeah. That was such a crazy, spin. Director Jake Schreier will direct the MCU's first X-Men movie. So
casting hasn't been confirmed, but we do know at least we have a director. And if the Thunderbolts told us anything with the way he could direct the movie, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. And I give it to him for the fact that, again, what I heard about one of the scenes was he knew what was going to happen. He was ahead of the media. He played chess. So apparently when she announced the new Avengers at that scene at the very end where she pulls the tarp and they go out there together, they shot that scene because paparazzi was around or whatever, and she said XXX, and then when everybody left for the day or whatever, they reshot the scene with the new Avengers, and it was just genius.
Yeah, he's like, y'all ain't gonna ruin my review.
Yeah, exactly. So again, that's next level thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah. As well, again. Not on par, but on par with Doomsday and Secret Wars, building a goddamn studio warehouse of X million square footage to make sure, dude. I wonder whatever happened to the guy that leaked that stuff.
I think he got caught. He got. He ain't gonna hear from him for a minute.
He ain't posting no more. So
speaking of which, the Secret Wars and whatnot, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I did it. Oh, I didn't. Okay. But we do have estimated runtimes for both Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Oh, I did. I didn't send that to you. Yeah,
I saw it, but I didn't do it because I was like, oh man, I thought, but everything else. But Avengers Doomsday is estimated to have a 2.5 hour runtime.
2.5 hour?
Yeah. And then Secret Wars is estimated to have a 3 hour runtime. So those we shall find out if it's true or not, but those are some decent times.
Yeah, I was like, that is beautiful.
Honestly, I'm speaking of runtimes, I wasn't mad at the Ironheart runtimes either. They were 50 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I was like, they were overall. Ironheart was okay. I mean, I'm not completely mad.
I wasn't mad. Again,
The beginning episodes are kind of
review bombing is killing me. Like, Bree is starting to make a lot of sense. Didn't say that out loud. No, I'm playing. Bree,
it's recorded.
It's live. She can go back and see this. Don't at Bree this right now. But no, she.
Hold on, give me a second.
Let me you put it in the comments. But
I have to have the timestamp too.
She's making a lot of sense on that. The fact that these shows are getting review bombed, and I'm heavy on the reviews. I now can distinguish again audience score and critic score, because critics will kill it. But there's now people purposely pushing these negative reviews on their bias and skewing the numbers. You know what I mean? Like, apparently it was like 69 on Rotten Tomatoes, but then when they started hearing what was happening, they like removed the bots and all the negative reviews that were like seemed malice or whatever, and it went up to an 89 or like an 86 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, Bree made that comment. She was just like, excuse me, I'm done listening to you when you say, it stinks, or because, your ratings are bad, because she was talking about the Old Guard too.
Oh yeah.
She was wanting to watch it. Yeah. But I read a rating that it was a 3, out of a 5-star rating, for the fact that they underutilized Charlize Theron and underutilized Uma Thurman. And it was just like, damn it, like, now do I want to waste my 2 hours and 15 minutes? Like, you know what I mean? And then she's like, no, I'm done. Don't listen to you. If you don't want to watch
the first one, you have to watch a second.
Yeah. So you're already invested. You're chips in. Your chips in. But, so, the review bombing on Ironheart was unfortunate, but we'll get to that. I sidetrack. Back to mutants. X-Men, again, that is going to be the next theories. And then, speaking of Ironheart, the big reveal, again, to those who don't watch, spoiler warning, is Mephisto. Yes. You know what I mean? So again, on par with what they said, the next era of MCU is supposed to helm with the darker tones. It's supposed to be the demons, interstellar, and then something else, right?
Like something like that.
Three different new branches of
supernatural mutants and intergalactical.
So I'm excited for that era. You know what I mean? Yeah. So X-Men is going to be the first debut in the MCU. We got preview which just controversy surrounded it after the director was let go. X-Men 97.
Oh yeah,
came in heavy. Showed it as good. We can bring amazing. Done into the Marvel universe. But yeah, so who knows? But I got confidence in Jake. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty
uncomfortable with him being able to
with X-Men. Yeah, because again, it was a multi-character movie, and he did it right.
He performed it well.
So
some movies you have to
blend
them all together. Other movies you give one character the spotlight with other ones as background. Some people need all the you need to distinguish them all. But I feel like he could pull it off.
Yeah, especially again the introduction of Sentry. Yes. So with an introduction of a new character that has a background, we still got enough with the heavy cast that we had as far as with all the ones we've already seen. So in that aspect, with having X-Men, having so many characters, I think it'll be, be pretty badass.
Yeah,
pretty good. So I think he'll do good. But, on to that, universe, speaking of, Secret Wars and Doomsday, reportedly. Reportedly now, always. Kevin Feige is planning on stepping down as the head of Marvel Studios after Secret Wars. That's wild.
It doesn't bother me at all.
No. I'm just saying that's wild. Like I can't even figure out who would step in.
Who would take his place? Yeah. Now that's a difficult thing to do. But at that point too, they have the opportunity to take this next for, like the next couple of years and changing like something amazing. Like you said, it's the mutants, interstellar, and supernatural point of it, and
A revamp.
revamp it and make it into something that people.
Because according to
see
them,
again.
Secret Wars is gonna restart everything. Like we're gonna get recasted Iron Man's, recasted Captain America's, like that. Reportedly. Again, it was a mention in an article that I read. They are planning on recasting them in the future because of they're important to the overall MCU thing.
Yeah. He's agreeing with you on that.
Yeah. So like,
it's a difficult place to fill, but at the same time, if Gunn is showing anything, that it is possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So James Gunn is on DC side and everything, doing what Feige is technically doing, but he's you guys see the blueprint, see how it went, find out where you fell off, and then kind of rework it from there. And
which they're doing again, the new movie releases, the amount of movie releases and movie TV shows, that's a big thing, and that's why I'm wondering if it's going to step in the Disney CEO. Do you think he'll be interim, the one that came back and made that adjustment? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think he'll be involved with it, but I don't think he's going to be.
He'll be the hiring hand, maybe.
Yeah, maybe,
you know what I mean?
Maybe,
so because he was the one that came in and said that.
Funny, Jimmy. He said we should apply.
You're right. That idea is so crazy it might work.
I have my own office, the reality office.
Right. He needs a promotion, matter of fact. I'm gonna apply for the promotion. Promotion? You work for MCU? Yeah.
I've been there all the time. You never watched the pod?
Oh man,
I've been reading comics for a minute.
She passed my office.
But there's me right there. It's like a quick second.
Like that cameo in Deadpool where he opens the door. He's like, I can't get one X-Man exit. They're all in the background and they shut the door or whatever. So that's funny. But yeah, that's a hefty role, man, for sure.
Yeah,
so again, they need someone passionate, someone that's not afraid to break barriers, and again, a new vision.
Knowledgeable.
Exactly. Again, we've talked about this where the blueprint, like you said, you have a blueprint. Like Marvel here lately has just said, screw the blueprint. You know what I mean? Like we're stealing the title, but we're not going with anything it is about.
No,
you know what I mean?
Nothing.
Again, as we've discussed, in the defense of that is it's its own.
It's its own universe. Like every comic has its own universe. You got the Ultimate Universe. You got the other timeline. This and that. But speaking of that, that's kind of how I felt with Ezekiel Stane in Ironheart. I was like, he's an Iron Man villain. He fights Iron Man. You don't have an Iron Man, so you give me a knockoff Iron Man with a knockoff Stane and give me Ironheart and Ezekiel. And I'm like, not completely mad at it, but at the same time, I could see like that actually kind of fits with what they're doing. Okay.
Great value is not bad. Not bad. It's missing a little something, a little seasoning. It's missing the Cajun at the end, but it's overall pretty good.
I'm like, they did good. Like I did like Zeke's freaking
character.
Yeah, his character change and everything, and how careful he was to later on where he's like, forget it, like everything's going. And I was like, okay,
no. I don't want to.
I love that on him too, because he's like, I'm not gonna. He's there. He's like, eat. Now I'm not hungry. The this and that, whatever. He's like, eat, and you see him just. And I love how like he actually did it robotically and like pretended to be like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. And I was just like, he did that well. Like it could have been like it looks corny. So bad and corny, but it played well. Like I think it's his characteristics from before working with how you see him now. Like it just played
blended. Yeah, no, I got you. I'm still looking at his. You should apply. It's just crazy in my work, man. Like
he's going to.
I'm looking on Indeed already. Like
going to Disney.com.
Careers.
What do you mean I can't apply?
Right.
Internal
Too qualified. Too qualified. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
On an expanded universe.
On the qualifications, it says must have no knowledge of comic books.
Fail. All those green checks, the red X, like can't submit. The submit is grayed out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you have any knowledge of comic books from the past 20 years?
Oh yes, like
failed, and it completely wipes out your whole application beforehand.
Oh man, dude, that'd be rough. That'd be freaking rough.
I'm pissed, dude.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna be crazy. You know what we're getting is what 2009 again, 2025, 15 years of you know, someone running the show, adding 2 more years, so about 17, 18 more years under your belt. I don't think he'll leave indefinitely. I think he'll have a little say. They're gonna go get some advice from him and stuff like that. So I think he's gonna be somewhere. But again, there's a lot of executive producers. Again, the one that always stands out is like Luis De Pesito or something like that, and then someone else. Like there's 3 names after Kevin Feige that are always on the. So who knows? They might get promoted again. You know what I mean? But if they have executive producer already, I don't see. They're just the new face. There we go. The new face. They were hiding in the office. Now they got to be in front of the camera. You know what I mean?
But on top of that, too, at that point they have more pull with certain things going on too. So
yeah, truth. Now I can see him on like what is it? The Simpsons character, that little guy. Yes, I got to do my plans. Like you know what I mean? Like I ain't got someone to answer to. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, guys. But to cap out the news portion of everything, we want to send RIP to Julian McMahon. He passed away, I believe yesterday was the news, broke at the age of 56. He had a private battle with cancer. So my introduction to his acting or actor was in the Fantastic Four,
the Doctor Doom.
But apparently, Nip Tuck and Charmed and something else. So they,
he wasn't Charmed. I remember that.
So so a lot of people were introduced to him sooner. But yes, he unfortunately passed with cancer. But it's happening. It's going around. It's definitely going around.
I mean, a lot of things people that we grew up watching on TV and the big screen and just
slowly, it's unfortunate. That is what life is. But we get to enjoy these people on the big screen. You get to be like, rest in peace. This was amazing. This is a piece of history. You always remembered. Always remembered.
In honor of him, everybody go watch that horrible Fantastic Four movie.
If you want to know about Galactus, you know what I mean? Like, if you
well, no, not even. Like, no, that's the second one. No, don't do that.
Hey, but using your own words against you, if you've seen part 1, you have to see part 2.
But if you haven't watched either, keep your sanity
and watch the one with
the newest one, coming out in a couple weeks.
No, the other one with Miles Teller.
No. Oh hell no.
That was with what is it? Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Dude, don't ever watch that. Delete that from your memory. Throw it out. Throw it in the garbage. Set it on fire.
Didn't you realize? Hey, this would be a good idea. Play the recording. David, do not repeat. Do not watch the Fantastic Four movie. But yes, we got 3 iterations. Technically 4, because apparently there was a TV show back in the 80s. Yes, but we're getting.
But he was our first introduction on movie screen.
Yes. So number 5, we are coming up. We were seeing Doctor Doom with RDJ. Who knows what is to come with that casting? With Secret Wars, everything. But yes, he was our first Doctor Doom. We even talked about it here on the show. We said that he should have been recasted, if anything. You know what I mean? He's young enough. He's not too old. Yeah. But again, time seems to escape us, or we forget how short time is. Yeah. So rest in peace. I unfortunately again, we get to see him in history with all those movies and everything.
All
so,
the movies and series he's been in. And
but,
he was a very good actor, though.
Yes, it was good. Again, I'm ready for the Doom iteration that I'm seeing in the comics. Like, I'm ready for that high, like, just self-confidence, speaking in the third form, like, type, persona, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so ready. Like, I see this, and when I watch the comics, they have to come hard. Like, I didn't know Doctor Doom was that menacing of a character for the,
he's a menace. he's what I really like about his character too is that he runs his country so well that everybody actually is like, what do you mean he's evil?
Yeah,
like he's
dictator.
We're all good. Like, what are you talking about? Everybody's healthy and everything. But
yeah, dude, because he is, again, he's got compassion. It was just like skewed compassion, like to be where it's for his favor in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I think one of the ones is he saves Sue's life when she, like, I think was giving birth or something like that. He ends up saving her, and then he like hangs that over Reed Richards, like, you know what I mean? He's like, don't let this be the, don't let this fool you or something. He's like, Doom will always be better than you or something like that. Like, and just Reed just pissed as hell. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's crazy. Like, again, I'm ready to see that iteration on the big screen. So, again, directors say Russos love RDJ, but they are saying that he is the only one that can pull what is being done off.
No, he is not.
Like, what is being pulled off. And again, the more bigger controversy is Iron Man's death is going to play into Doom's.
That's what I don't understand either. I'm like, what the hell? But we'll watch those movies and debate it, and then I'll tear it apart because I want to be upset. look, okay. I don't like that idea more than I don't like Superman.
On par, same.
No, that's worse.
That's overlaps.
Like, Superman's right here. That idea is up here. Like, Superman. I like you a bit more. Superman.
I still see the announcement and Hall H losing her mind, and I was like, wait. I think I'd have been attacked by the mob because I'd have been that one guy in the background. Boo! Like,
this guy stinks.
Straight up, like,
I just don't understand the logic behind it. It's really just a marketing ploy. I
think so.
I really feel like they're gonna kill him.
Thank you. Like, you're hoping, right?
I'm hoping beyond hope, dude. I'm like, if they don't, I'm gonna go out and be like, I want my money back, and then go back in the theater.
That'd be crazy. Maybe to hype it up again. They're reportedly saying that Jonathan Majors will come back. They might not use him. They said it might be. There's two stories. There's he is to come back and do a couple of scenes where he loses to Doom. But maybe in there it's a swap theory. They'll kill Doom with Kang, and then the real Doom kills Kang. Does that make sense? Like, Variant dies, the real.
That's kind of what I was hoping they would do with that. Like, okay, if they're gonna use RDJ's death or whatever, and he comes back as King or as Doom, and then the real Doom's like, no, there's only one Doom, and then goes and kills him to take his rightful place. Like that,
in the sense of what Kang was supposed to do.
Yes,
because there was the Council of Kangs, there was the one Kang that apparently died in Quantumania, being the main Kang. Boo. Being the main Kang, but that just shows the fragility. Is that fragile?
I think you're right. Like the fragility,
of the time of these movies with real life. You know what I mean? Like, if something controversial happens like that, this universe is that fragile that would disrupt everything. You know what I mean? Like, we had Kang Dynasty at 1 and 2, and then Secret Wars, and now we're not getting a Kang Dynasty at all. They went to Doomsday and went from 3 films because it was supposed to be Kang 1 and 2, Kang 1 and 2, and then Secret Wars. Now we got 1 Doomsday and 1 Secret Wars. So I mean, the whole
outside
game.
of that rumor that they're splitting up Doomsday into part 1 and 2.
Oh yes.
So we still have that.
Forgot. God damn it, dude! You did remind me of that.
Yes.
I forgot. Yeah, because they have to, man. There's just so much.
Well, they don't have to. If you can tell a good
how you
enough
gonna
story.
defend Infinity Castle and not be in 3 parts?
Hold on. I can defend that because that is going to look good and actually giving the fights enough room to breathe.
So you're saying
Yes.
Marvel sucks now?
I've been saying that.
But yeah, guys,
You are unqualified for this job.
Yeah, straight up. Watch Hotel Transylvania so much now, like where she's showing him the cell phone of him Nutsy Cuckoo or whatever. Like they're gonna just show you the video of Marvel sucks. Like, I've been saying that. Replay. Like I've been saying that. Like,
Be like, well, I'm not playing to Marvel. I'm playing to Disney.
different umbrella. Like
You're under them. Get out of my face.
the mouse runs this thing. Like, I can say MCU. I apply to Disney. That's funny, dude.
Oh, man.
But
You're not even in charge of your stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Be like, just walk up to them and be like, go get your dad.
Kevin the robot restart. Like, oh man, like that's freaking hilarious.
Dude.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, no, it was quite upsetting. So we'll see what they do, guys. It's in our time frame. We're seeing this come again. We can be upset, but we're seeing the live iterations of these characters that everyone's loved. Be it they may not be what you saw and or grew up with, but we're in that day and age. That's pretty cool to say that we see Sam Wilson's Captain America on the big screen, Red Hulk, giving us our reminiscent vibes of what a Hulk's supposed to feel like. You know what I mean? Like they're listening slowly, but they're listening. You know what I mean? Ironheart, so now we're gonna finally bring in a little bit. We're running some pretty smooth time today. Jump on into the comments. We'll talk Ironheart, talk some Mashley. Ironheart, since we've been mixing with it with a MCU at the moment. It was a wild schedule. If you again, we were supposed to cover it here. We covered it here.
Yeah,
we had
we were discussing the schedule.
Yeah, we were even pegging it to be okay. The first 3, that's kind of wild. Let's see what they do with the next 3, and then it was just like, oh damn, next 3 right off the bat, like
next drop.
Yeah, so that's how late. Dude. That's how big of effect of missing 2 weeks happens. Like we didn't even get to tell you the schedule, and then both of those rolled out before we can come back and like cover it with you. You know what I mean?
And that's the crazy part too, because I did not expect. I mean, we expected something to be up with the schedule because they do not want to run into a movie where they're going to make money.
Mm-hmm.
But we did not expect them to do boom, boom.
But they didn't do very much marketing for this.
No, they didn't.
I really feel like it was pushed into this Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Because they did the Fantastic Four and the Doomsday reveal. So I feel like the money was used on those marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
what was it? How many hours of chair reveals? Like
5 hours? I was like, what the hell?
I watched it. I can't laugh.
I did not.
I can't even. I'm laughing at myself, guys. Like
I'm laughing at you. I was over there like
wasted time. Like I had it on a timer, guys. Again, we covered this on the show. Like that went off. I went to my phone, Facebook Live. You hear footsteps. You see a chair, and I was like, "What is going on?"
No, for real. I cannot. I couldn't deal with that. I was like, y'all messing with me. You're messing with my time. And then all the people like you who actually kept that live stream going made Marvel believe people are into this. No, we're not. No, we are not.
We are.
There were some people. No, we're not. There were some people that I would do it just because they're like, hey, I already put time into this. I need to know. And then there's other people who'd be like, y'all show us in like
I'll catch up.
We'll just catch up later because you're wasting our time.
That was probably the most on point the Hydeout was ever on. Like I was revealing as they were coming out on the Hydeout.
That is true. That is true. You were on it.
If there was a time that I ever was on time, was that time. Like, you're welcome. The 5 hours of my time was for you to save you guys
from watching that.
From watching it. Dang, you're welcome.
I could.
But yeah, so I feel like that's what happened because we didn't.
Ironheart was better than I thought it was going to be.
CGI was better than I thought.
Here and there, it was kind of.
I was about to say the new suit killed me. Like I felt the CGI of the new suit was poor made than all the other suits that she was like ragtagging together. Like the first suit that she stole from MIT, clutch. Like I felt like that the nostalgia of like, you know, mechanical parts moving and all together, that, like I was like, yeah, but like at the very end, again, nostalgic, you know, of the parts coming together, but when it finished, like it looked out of place. Like it didn't look like it was in the garage to me, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But
I will agree, it looked too polished.
There we go.
Like it looked like it was
for being out of a garage.
On top of it being out of a garage, it was made out of a car, and it doesn't look. You had some remnants of like the car like paint design, but it didn't look like it was made from a car.
Yeah, you repainted it. You liar! And
right?
I'm waiting for that realism of you.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, it had some remnants of a car. It didn't look all the way like it. But okay,
I didn't see them spray paint not one time.
if you want to get technical, now that I'm thinking about it, you know the little piece on the leg where on the side of the car it had the little squares. Those squares do not match the side of the car. Like those are too small.
Squares.
They were too small. Y'all, you primed it and redid it. Don't lie to me.
Not real.
But and then on top of that too, her blasting in the back of the damn garage. Not one cop was called. Not one cop was called.
Hey, they're in a world of blasters and aliens.
They're also in Chicago.
We're not going down that route. I'm gonna be safe today. That is my answer.
They're in Chicago.
The Khabib. What is it? Like, come on.
Dude, they're in Chicago, where that store already got a drive-by from. She's blasting stuff in the back, and not only that, she has, I don't know what that was, piece of paper that she was blasting.
It was a car's hood, I think.
I don't know what it was,
but still, the blaster you're blasting should be blasting through it.
Like, it blasted that, and then she had like something else behind it, but you saw no holes behind that, and I'm like, so it just knows magically to stop. Like you don't even have magic whipped at that point. It just and it's done. I'm like, nah, and I'm like, that was a little bit. I was like, okay, it's cool, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And then I all I kept thinking about was the Obadiah state. There's a lot of people named Obadiah. No, there's not. No, there's not. Watch it. That's my dad. It just drives. But that's what I'm saying. The writing wasn't bad, but there were moments where you're just like, "Oh, that was cringe." That was cringe. It's cringe to say, but it was bad. It was bad. It was rough. But
some of it was a little bit like, "Oh man."
Yeah. Hit or miss. But I kept thinking about Tony built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that, and then the one that really hit the most is I'm not Tony. She's doing it. So like, they're trying, not in comparison, but you're showing her genius. You know what I mean? Like, and there, I think, her suit was legit. You know what I mean? Like piecing it together. I like, again, the one that was the best out of my opinion was the school one. And then it goes to show you AI, from a system, that is like, answering to a higher system.
Yeah.
The difference, later when she creates her own AI that is solely for her purpose. You know what I mean? But again, we got a glitch where the AI, remembered and she froze or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes,
that was wicked. Like,
but I was like, that's interesting. But at that point, here we go with realism then. She shouldn't have the fear of the gun. Riri should, not her system. But I guess because it came from her consciousness, that's why she has it, because that's how her friend died. That's what gave it to her.
So, again, hers was from her consciousness. Tony's was created,
yeah.
Right?
All Tony's were artificial intelligence created by him. Hers was her actual her.
She wanted an AI that suited her, right?
Yes.
From her
brain waves.
brain.
Yes. So it would work with her just as well as she works with herself. Like it's almost like
it's like a second thought. Like, okay.
But Natalie took hold, I guess, because she was
dreaming
of her. So that's what it spawned as. Okay, but you shouldn't have.
Is that next level again?
It is
thinking level. Of that concept, like it's showing the comparison of Tony and her. So she was thinking of someone built by her for her, and Tony built something for him that answered to him. Basically, does that make sense? Like,
well, technically,
had its own thoughts. I think, honestly,
technically, Tony tried to do that with Ultron. Because the when they were doing it, that Mind Stone was a thinking item, so he was trying to implement that, but it wasn't off of his own thoughts that he was trying to do. But then when he did it, it was Tony, because Ultron was built off of Tony, Bruce, and the Mind Stone, which gave birth to Vision. And now Vision has all their technical intellect, and that's like another thing too. I don't like with smart people sometimes in the MCU, how they're always trying to compare each other. And then Shuri's over there like, oh, well, I'm smarter than all you. Why didn't you think of that? Well, because they don't have the stuff you're working with, okay? That's like me going back to a caveman and showing him a gun and be like, why are you using bow and arrow? Pop, pop. Like, no, it doesn't work. Like, you have access to things more than they do. Like,
and then Rocket as well made that comment.
Yeah.
He's like, you may be the smartest man on your planet,
yes.
But you're not the smartest in the galaxy. So, crazy, man.
Like,
crazy.
I love that. Like, Rocket knows like how to put it better than I could, but it's just like I don't like with Riri. She was confident when she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be bigger than Pym, Stark, and all these people combined." And at first, it bothered me, but I was like, "She's still growing. She's also only like 15 at the time, and that confidence is with her because she hasn't met any adversity yet. Like she's still." Learning that there's going to be some pushback,
and that's what Bree was talking about. Is like they kind of showed that in the sense of she messing with the hood, but still didn't freaking learn, and she goes in it with Mephisto. You know what I mean? Like, but solely blinded by her ambition and what she wants for herself.
Yes,
different from most of these characters that are like. World thinking, like I want to take care of the world. She was like more again
for her,
and
her own.
Showing her selfishness. Being
but
young,
she's still young.
That's what I'm saying. Being young, you know what I mean? Like, same with hot girl. We never know what to call her. Hot girl. She was thinking about the adventure, the fun times. I'm working with Hawkeye right now. You know what I mean? Like not thinking. Oh, my mom's mixed in it with Kingpin, the bigger picture, etc. Again, adolescent type thought, you know what I mean? Like not knowing that is a bigger picture, you know what I mean? So, but guys, again, I said 6, right? When I texted you, like 6 out of 10, like
I don't even think we discussed that.
No, I could have sworn, but it wasn't bad, guys. I maybe even be more generous at a 7. Again, some clunky CGI. Some bad puns and talking and the one thing that stood out to me for sure that's this guy. I'm surprised I even think that way sometimes. Like, again, I'm very to the surface kind of guy. Like this is great. Iron suits and blasters, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't help it.
And some wizardry. Why? Yeah, man.
I did like the wizardry.
Dude.
She's my favorite character, by the way. Zelma.
Uh-huh.
Oh, loved her in there. I was like, you girl are gonna be it, because now that did we go over that rumor of the
We did
Strange?
not, but it was a rumor. We were protecting ourselves, I want to say, probably during that time. But
Yeah.
no, Strange Universe or
Strange
some,
institution or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But with her being involved, I'm like, definitely give
Please
me that,
bring it back.
because she, I don't know, like up until the point where everything was going on, I was like, okay, it's a pretty good thing. But then when Zelma came in and she's like, did that whole, like, they all sank through, I was like, dude, that was sick. I like her transition. She, like, that family is now my new favorite family.
Dude, I enjoyed that take. Again, review bombed. Everyone was like, why? How? This wasn't in the comics. This is,
Zelma is in the comics, though.
No. Ironheart being mixed with magic.
Oh, yeah,
apparently. Apparently that wasn't a thing, you know what I mean?
But again, they're trying to, differentiate themselves.
So,
but yeah.
That was a cool character, dude.
Zelma was my favorite character.
To see, again, we're going to begin to see this, and I hope since we're talking about it, the darker realms and everything, we got Mephisto. So who's the only one that protects all dimensions? Doctor Strange. Carmitage was name dropped in there, you know what I mean? So she didn't get to study there because the mom got pregnant, etc. So it's pretty freaking cool. It is
different in the comic, though, because Zelma actually is the librarian of Carmitage. But before she became that, she was studying magic because she had some.
Oh, so you deep dived that time that you liked it? Yeah. Oh, that's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
She had some knowledge of sorcerers and stuff, so she was learning about it. Got the mind maggots, which I found freaking incredible that they dropped it into there, and she actually got infected with mind maggots, which Strange had to come and remove and actually fix her. And she started learning sorcery under him and became the librarian.
That's what's up.
And so I was like, cool.
It's gonna be a pretty cool concept. I mean, if they do bring, I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Going again, we're losing Kevin, who might be the one that stopped that project.
True.
So the next person might want to bring it in. Again, we're wanting a good. If they listen to us, if MCU is listening to their fan base and everything, I think we might have a chance because again, Blade is name dropped in there. The Black Knight. We have Nova possibilities. We have the Celestials. We have. Ghost Rider to make an appearance hopefully one day. Mephisto's already name dropped. It was name dropped in Loki when they were talking about the levels, and they were like, "Oh hell, you don't want to go there," you know what I mean, or something like that. So all these things that were name dropped, finally bring them in. You know what I mean? Like I said, like these what are those? The post credit scenes that didn't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, don't leave us hanging with a Mephisto and then never see this guy again. You know what I mean? Like,
but dude, Mephisto dropping in there was really cool.
But he's Avenger level threat, right?
Oh no, there's no getting rid of him. Yeah, he's up there.
That's what I'm saying. Please don't one off him as well. We already got confirmation with Galactus, thank God. Like, you know what I mean? So,
but I mean, they didn't one off Red Hood, so they can't technically one off Mephisto right away. So I'm like,
I was shocked about that. We did bring that up that he was going to be a continuing villain. You know what I mean? So maybe in the Strange, because he apparently learned under Strange too. Apparently, you know what I mean. So they were even bringing that up. One of the clues was he's like of supreme type nature or something. You know, like
but so that's Wong right now.
Yeah, truth. And Wongers.
Dude, but yeah, did you see Mephisto's actual form?
Dude, that was wicked. That was so good. So I think that was clutch. You know, they were already showing like how the different iterations of Mephisto, and like his was like comic accurate.
Yes.
Granted, we were seeing a person right now, but there's something about that like echo voice overlay that I've always loved. Really good. Oh, I love that. They did really good,
and I love how it it's not just a voice overlay of the same voice. It had a deeper tone or like a lower.
Dude,
it was very good.
Something about that, like in movies, like horror movies and stuff, it just gives me like, ooh, yeah, like that. Yeah. But the same at the same time, it makes me wonder, do the people that they're talking about hear it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it just the inner
for us?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure if Riri heard the, differential tone, like, she would have known, like, this is not a, savory character. Like,
I mean, she already knew that, though.
What? You hear that? We'll put that bass in your voice, bro. Like,
you ever watch The Princess and the Frog?
Yeah.
Okay. There's part with when he's like, "Oh, come with me into my place." He's like, whatever. And
the masks.
Yeah, the mask echo. He's like, "Oh, that's just an echo, gentlemen. Nothing to be alarmed about."
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes. Dude, he was that scene was very good too.
Yeah.
But no, the Mephisto reveal with him, all the demonic voices, and then the actual comic accurate spoon version of him. I was like, y'all did good with teasing him, because you could have just made him appear and be like, "Oh my gosh, everybody lose their mind." No, they're like, we're not gonna reveal him all the way yet. Like, this is a guy that's like worthy of like being up there. And so that
they, instead of going the Knoll route on like Venom, like where they showed his full, form, they showed just a little snippet, like it's like his head and his eyes, and distorted at that. You know what I mean? Like,
and it was good. I like
the yellow eyes. I was just like, and then the grin, the evil grin, like dude. But again, I'm glad with that cliffhanger. Again, a lot of haters mad at the fact of it was a wasted. They say it was wasted. I feel like it was done right, tastefully. You know what I mean? But again, they were, because it wasn't fan service.
No.
They didn't come in WandaVision, and he didn't come in Agatha.
No,
you know what I mean. So
although everybody was expecting,
yes, and then the one time we didn't,
right?
In the series that no one thought it would come into,
there was a theory about him going around because of the hood. And everything. So everybody's like, "Oh, he might come in," but then everybody kind of lost hope after Agatha didn't have him.
Dude, the part, speaking of, was like how big of a character is when she's like, "What do you want, Dormammu?" And he's like, "Dormammu."
Yes.
Like, bro, Brie was like, I didn't think of it like that. I was like, yeah, like he said he's not even worried to wipe my asshole. Like, this was said on the Disney show. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, boy said what? Like, he said Dormammu can't even shit. Like, again, I was like, I was taken aback. I was just like, what? Like, he laughed at that name, you know what I mean? Like, we got old, Strange struggling, and this guy said he's not worthy.
You're not even worth it,
bro. Like that I'm ready. And like you said, it was a perfect, just like a teabag dip. Like, like, here you go, or in this reference, a spoon stir of what's to come. You know what I mean?
It was giving me very much Get Out vibes when he kept on doing the spoon, the little taps, and I was just like, "What are you trying to do now,
dude?" But I like when he was introduced with the hood, and he was just like, "Oh, that's bothering you?"
Yeah,
like, dude, that was cold too. Made the whole place go quiet, like wicked, dude, wicked. So, I'm excited. Again, if done right, new head is going to be at that time where the main focus is Secret Wars and Doomsday. So these I think were already in play before the change.
I think so.
And we have Eyes of Wakanda coming out in October. We have Wonder Man in December. And again, I'm wondering where Wonder Man. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember too. Wasn't there
Zombies in October?
Yeah. So you have 2 drops in October?
I don't know when. Did it?
You said Eyes of Wakanda's in October.
Stay tuned. No, wait, give me one sec.
We have to make sure we don't.
We're not lying to you guys. We're not. Let me see here.
Gotta look it up. Review.
Eyes of Wakanda is August 6th. Marvel Zombies October, and Wonder Man in December. Y'all are not seeing what we're seeing, but we're just we are confirming for you guys.
We had a review.
So August 6th, Eyes of Wakanda. That one's again, that's different. I don't know if that's going to be What If vibes or if that's going to be MCU canon.
I feel like they're gonna do What If vibes because
Anything animated, you think?
at this point, yeah. I don't like it, but I think they messed me up with.
So this is the
Neighborhood
MCU's.
Spider-Man.
This is the MCU's Elseworlds. Like, you know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, they're trying to, like, you know, own it. You know,
Yes.
Marvel Television is its own thing, like, or
Yeah.
Marvel Animation.
Animation is something. Marvel
Television is canon.
Yeah.
Animation's not. Like, you know, I can see them doing it. It makes me mad now, bro. Like, damn it, man. God. Okay.
Like,
So,
do you really think we would put zombies in here? No.
Yeah. No. Are you serious? Like. Walking Dead owns that. You know, that's not under Disney. That's Warner Brothers.
Walking Dead is not zombies. They are walkers. They never once mentioned zombies.
Crap, man. I don't follow it like that. Don't show me out.
Honestly, I don't. I just remember watching a few and like understanding it. And
that's hilarious.
Like,
I could see a deep fan or a fan person, distributed.
Yeah,
whoa, zombies? Never.
And all of this catalog, they never once mentioned the Z word.
However many X seasons we have, it never called them a zombie.
They actually don't, though.
That's crazy.
Only known as walkers.
That's pretty freaking crazy. But so then. Again, guys, 7 out of 10. We have a pretty big drop. I feel like why I do 7 is the episode count. Again, like, I mean, we are tired, MCU. Tired. Sorry if I blew up your ear there. Like, I want some freaking sustenance. Like, as Thor said, like, that's how it literally felt like as I yelled. I want sustenance. Like, give me a goddamn, like, 12. Another one. I need minimum 12. Please just bring back 12.
Dude,
like,
bring back 24. You could do it once a year releases and give me 24. Like, the old school sitcoms used to do it well. So what is the issue now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the biggest issue is people want stuff immediately. And that's
we're in that day and age. Like, give it to me.
Yeah. But I'm like, if you do it yearly releases, 24 episodes, and an episode every week, you're almost halfway through the year before another thing comes out, and you got it.
I feel like at this point, call me crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's the humor I love. That's the script writing. I'm hired. But
where's the dotted line, please?
That it should be almost run like an actual 24/7 diner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there should not be like one thing being filmed at one time. You know what I mean?
I
like,
see what you're saying.
It's Marvel Studios. I walk past Daredevil, you know what I mean? Because I'm, Iron Fist. How was day of shooting? It was good, man. All right, cool. And then, you're shooting Iron Fist while you're shooting Daredevil, as opposed to, let's shoot a whole season of Daredevil, a whole season of this, find out where it mixes, you know what I mean? Like, if you do know they're going to mix, why not release them concurrently, you know what I mean? Like, instead of Daredevil and then Iron Fist 7 years later or, 3 years later, but that you still got to vamp the fact that they crossed paths 3 years ago, That's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, literally run it like a Walmart warehouse, Amazon, where shifts are crossing paths, and like, hey, what's up, man? Oh, it was all right, man. Prosthetics suck ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
don't let them put you in that
CGI. Like, I would feel that would work, but again, who am I? So
I see what you're saying, but like, my thing is, they already said what, 2 series? Is it 2 series or 3 series?
It's 3, 2 live, 1 or 2 animated, 1 live. So again, I think that Daredevil's taking the live, and then they have animation. But again, we've never been confirmed that animation is into the MCU. So, but 2 animation, 1 live, and then 2 feature films.
Okay, if it was 2 live and 1 animation, that would work better.
It might be. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I apologize. It might be. Again, I can't remember.
Yeah, we can't. Like,
it was one of the news as well, but I don't know which one that.
How far back we went.
Yeah.
But because in my head, if you do, how many weeks are in a year? Like 56?
52.
52. if you do 24 and 24, you're slightly overlapping a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but even with that overlap, no, you're still not
So then
overlapping. It's 48. So you have 4 weeks of free. There is your slot for your animation. So you have one half of the year takes up this 24 episode weekly released TV series. Next half of this the year does the other one, and then you can move your animation wherever you want it. If you want to input it in the off time or not.
So you put it in the spring, the animation in summer, you know, the other one in fall.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Summer, fall's free, winters, you know, like etc. Okay.
Yeah. And then it doesn't, if you do it right, you don't affect big movie releases. Or if you wanted to, you could do the 2-episode release in the beginning, and then the next 22 episodes still technically don't interrupt a movie release. So it would be better to run like that. But, you know, it depends on the fan base, how much actual watch time they have, people actually logging in. All that's going to take an effect of what we're saying. But I would prefer it run like that. I think it just works better.
I like it. Yep. Regardless, give it more than 9, 8, 6. You know what? So I think that's the lowest count. No,
6, right?
Yeah, Echo was at 6 as well. I think you know what I mean. So Daredevil came close. We got our 9, and then we got our 50-minute episodes. You know what I mean. So we got a what is it? An hors d'oeuvre, a little, you know, a little, okay, you know what like, might be or what they could, you know, the potential, you know what I mean? So, they're apparently having cameos in season 2. So, bro, if they can come, I swear I will lose my mind if I see like 11 episode season. Like, I'd be so stoked, bro. Like, I'd be like, yes,
like, it's going there.
It's going in the right direction. Like, you know, so.
And how many episodes did it have in Netflix? Was it 12?
Oh, it's like, I think 18 or like 24. I think you're on the spot of what you were saying, like why they don't give it to us, you know.
Yeah.
So, you're looking to see how much it is?
Yeah, I'm curious now because I have Disney on my phone too. So
I got the Netflix. So it was 9. It was 9, and then Netflix.
Well, Netflix doesn't have it anymore.
They moved it.
It's all in Disney.
Oh, my fault.
Let me see. I have it right here. Let me see. Okay, 3 seasons. First season is 13 episodes. Second season is 13 episodes.
Okay, so yeah, just bring me back my 13, and those were 45 minutes apiece.
And then third season was 13 episodes. So 13 episodes apiece, like 50-minute runtime.
So they gave us in between.
Yeah,
they were like, we're not giving you low number, but we're not going to give you the 13 that you're asking for. But hey, again, 11, losing my mind. You know, we're in the double digits. Done.
Right.
Yes, fans are winning. But yeah, guys. I 6 episodes dropped back to back. Ironheart was crazy. We got Eyes of Wakanda. Still don't really have a synopsis on that one. Again, apparently it's going to be the past. Up to current. So they may give us a hint on what's going on in the Black Panther-esque universe. So because again we left off with the son of T'Challa, named T'Challa. Clever. I see what yeah, exactly. So I see what you did there. But we're left with that, and then we're left with now we got an artificial herb. So so that's gonna be has to be brought up some way or another. But that is the world of the MCU, guys, and we're neck deep in that stuff, and we're losing our mind. So Fantastic Four, July 25th, right?
I think so around there, July 20 something.
So the 11th, 2 weeks, 14, 25th. Yeah, so the 25th is Fantastic Four. I think that actually starts phase 6.
Yes. So Ironheart finished
phase 5.
And Fantastic Four starting phase 6. So
what a wild ride phase 5 was, guys. What
A lot of lows.
WandaVision to now, Phase 5. That was
Damn, was it really started at WandaVision?
I believe so. If I'm
Dude,
not mistaken.
that's crazy.
If not, it's the second round, the one after I think like Loki 1.
Okay.
I feel Loki 2 might maybe. Nonetheless, Phase 5 was wild, guys. Like we were in for a wild ride. Like we thought we knew, we didn't know. You know what I mean? So Kevin Feige says, "Psych." Rings on fingers, you know, DNA.
I'm not the only one that pointed that out. I found somebody else saying that too.
Super scrolls. We got 2 OP characters now that just may or may not be in this Doomsday Secret Wars Battle World. Who knows, guys? Who freaking knows? We got, what was it, 24 chair reveal, so that's just half of what the universe that we have out there at the moment. You know what I mean? Again, can't even remember them all. I know Celestials wasn't brought in. I think even Celestials, the news was on that they won't come in till the next phase of all the interstellar stuff.
Yeah.
So they won't even be in the mix apparently with Doomsday and stuff. So they did go off world, right? The only one that could have had a possibility would be the Black Knight because he was here.
No, that I think 4 of them went off world and 2 or 3 stayed.
Sorry. What's his name? Yeah. Whatever his name. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. When he called him out into space, he brought all of them up there, like with her. Like it wasn't just Cersei that he brought up there. All the Kango was up there, Sprite and all them, and then they were gone. Like, you know what I mean? So but they're off world. The only 2 was Angelina Jolie's and the Speed one. Those are the only 2 that were not taken with him because they weren't there, I think.
Yeah.
So, yep. So, nonetheless, yeah, guys. MCU wildness. We'll just keep it at that. Again, stay tuned here at the Hydeout on YouTube. We're gonna. Nope, I'm not even gonna say it no more. I'm tired. I'm tired of saying it. It just happens when it happens. But the Hideout, on Facebook, follow us there. Again, guys, sorry for the massive hiatus. We didn't drop any news content. We didn't do any of the sort.
Nothing was going
just
on.
literally, dropped off. So our algorithm probably messed y'all up and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't get to any anime today. But we will get to it next week. Nope. No, next week is the Superman. So again, anime's the fillers. This is DCU MCU here. So you will be covering the Superman review. So tune in again. If y'all do want spoilers, we'll cover it pretty hefty. Maybe characters, cameos. There's 2 apparently that haven't even been revealed, and on the trailers, which again, that's a whole nother conversation. I was about to say, I was like, that is so upsetting how much they reveal now. Like, and secret scene, and the new scene with Lex Luthor, and did you see Superman? And it's just like,
I'm like, don't give me everything. Just stop.
Like, I understand marketing. I get it. Yeah. Just give me posters. Give me screenshots of just Superman or something. Like, but just these scenes, I'm paying for an hour and 30-minute film now. I already seen 40 minutes worth of screen time broken up into 8 pieces. You know what I mean? Yeah. But again, Superman is going to be our 2-year podcast, guys. Again, fingers crossed everything goes as planned. If live doesn't attack us these next couple of weeks, we're going to have some gifts again for you guys. Tune in. It's going to be special. Maybe we'll again keep y'all tuned on like the time. We have a thought concept that we might try to roll with as far as for the live. But yeah, we're gonna have a giveaway, maybe some random trivia to win some stuff. I don't know. But nonetheless, it'll be our 2-year celebration. Tune in. We're gonna go over Superman, and we'll go from there. Honestly, so but that's it on my part. You got anything for them?
I believe that's it.
Cool.
I know Superman is our big thing for 2 years, and then after that, we have a couple week gap in between the next big movie. We'll probably go Lord of Mysteries a little bit.
Yep.
So
I'm down with Lord of Mysteries, and Mashley's already done and gone.
Yeah.
So we'll go Lord of Mysteries. By that time, we'll have 4 episodes deep into it.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty dope. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for the Hideout. Tune in next week for the 2-year anniversary. We'll make sure to post the time frames, and then again the gifts. And that's it, guys.
That's it.
Y'all be safe. Y'all have a wonderful week, and take care, guys.
Wait.
You're right.